So I thank you all to staying with us, and I believe that it is one of the most exciting discussions of the evening. Our topic is AI at the core, right? So AI has moved from the backstage to the center of the enrollment and the strategy, and it's no longer about the speed. It's more about the intelligence, personalization, intent-based engagement. So tonight, our panelists, all of you, will share how they are weaving the AI part into their every stage of the funnel of the admission cycle, right? From the discovery to the decision of the end user, and how that will be shaping the students' journey that are adaptive as well as students as themselves, right? So my first question to all of you would be that let's start with that. If you had to describe that how AI influenced your 2025, which happened already, I mean, end of it, has influenced your overall decision cycle for this admission part, 2025. So what would that be? I mean, anybody can.
Hi, thanks for inviting me and good evening to all of you. Yeah, so I think that some of the things that we did, and actually I think CRM was the start of this whole journey, right? Thanks to Meritto for starting it for us. And then we had the data, and then we had, the tracking of calls and all of that. So that's, in my opinion, already some automation happening.
Yes.
Yeah, and then we started embedding other things with it. Now that you're coming up with your own agentic AI, agent, I think that will take it to the other level. So what we have seen is that there is, I think, the relevance is being built in more than visibility in the whole cycle, and we realize that that linear that very linear thing between lead generation to conversion and all of that. I think that is kind of now no longer
correct.
No longer very valid. So it's a learning thing for us also, and again, even in terms of I would say in a sense that the student experience is becoming more and more adaptive, in the sense like Netflix, right? So we have to nudge the student at different times, and somebody who's dropped off maybe 3 months back and is still not interested, I think we can still, if we have something relevant, and if it's a relevant time for that person, we can still reach out to him. So these are some of the things that we have tried with some success.
Sure. Yeah. Right. No harm to say that you will be one of the first early adopters of AI, at least in our bracket of partners.
So we like to experiment, and we like to be experimented with. Right? Yeah.
Yes.
Good evening, everyone. Let me go back a few years when I was also part of the first evolve that happened with Meritto. So then we were talking about how the parameters, like the UTM parameters, could be presented better. And going back to that time, only now that we realize that how things have changed in less than 3 years. So that time what we used to do, and in a way we still do, we are still in the transformation journey. We used to see those parameters, download the data set, then analyze, the MIS team will analyze, then take corrective actions or decisions based on those. So when Manish said that speed is not, we are not talking about speed, we are actually talking about speed, I think. Because with the advent of or the inclusion of AI, it will become speedier. And of course, what he also mentioned, the intent of the lead or the lead set is going to, that is going to be the highlight of how we run the campaigns and how we run the lead funnel. So that is something for sure. Now, when it comes to marketing, the marketing side of it, how we are presenting the campaigns, how we are presenting our product, there also AI has taken some sort of journey. It has been part of the journey, and we are increasingly depending on AI to generate our content, right? Both in terms of written content and images. I hope to use AI in the journey going forward. So, very aptly, I found it very funny that the name that Meritto has given to their agentic AI is Neo AI, which if you take only the M part of it and it becomes mine. So very soon, I think it is going to be the my bub of all the agents that we have. So very interesting times ahead, I think, because 3 years, not even 3 years ago, we were talking about individual parameters, how we take a look at data, and now we are talking about how agentic AI is going to take those decisions for us, and we are going to define how we want that agentic AI to perform or behave. As you all know, or probably will agree, that a large part of our lead transformation or lead journey is how we train our agents or the callers or the marketing people. So that, and we always complain that, okay, this one set of caller has gone, the other set is coming, and the training will take some time, how they will behave, their mood, their emotion, all of that comes into play. But with agentic AI, I think that is something that we don't have to worry anymore, or we can define how we want that journey to happen or the experience of the lead to happen. I absolutely agree with, in the previous panel, we were discussing how, and we are also guilty of that, how we spray and pray that, these campaigns will work or these WhatsApp blasts will work. Now is the time, I think it's more intent-based, and then eventually it will give us more efficiency in all the lead gen that we do or the lead journey that we take. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm Dr. Anand Srivastava from Brainwave. I was just listening the conversation in previous panel also. And also that this is the question which is being asked by moderator. I have to look specifically that how AI, there are two perspectives, but I do understand, to help the admission team, how it is being integrated in the system, that is CRM itself. And third component, which is implicit here, that is engaging the students, that means prospect students. See, learning trajectory of today's generation has changed. They are well aware about the things which are happening around anywhere, and they can validate it from various sources. Dependency on the parents and their own also, that is solely for their fees and other student support system, which they are looking for. Parents are definitely looking for that, yes, what type of support system available in the campus. If I talk about the usage of agentic AI or Copilot, something like that, integration of this one, definitely the data which is being captured in CRM, that could properly be analyzed, and that can help us to funnel and act on the funnel itself. And where the actions are required, that means sometimes it happens that the dead and cold call may be properly be analyzed by the agentic AI, something like that, if some secondary data are available, and that could be converted into the potential. That is a possibility. Where I am looking for the great prospect for the usage of AI. Engaging the student, that is a big challenge, because once the admission cycle starts, if I remember from December, October, November onward, and it goes up to till now. Okay, so keep on engaging the student. Although most of the students they took admission, those who have already decisive in nature, but still something is going on. Now engaging the student, keeping them in loop. So I personally feel that the variability in their course choice, their interest, dimensions, and understanding that thing, whether our agents which are working as AI tools, they are really catering that needs or not. Because the query might be there from different ways. They may be asking for the fees, they may be asking for the curriculum, they may be asking about what are the internship opportunity available there also. They may be asking about the skill-oriented things which are there, placement supports which are provided. Now the trends are there, mental health and student support system which is available in the campus. So a holistic things is required. Here I see that yes, big role of integrations of AI.
First of all, thanks for having me here. I think 2025 for us, especially with AI, was a year of experimenting. We had some ups, we had some downs. I'll mention two of them for us, especially for solutions. We got a agentic AI telecom. Did a great job. We gave it about 35,000 leads over a span of about 12 days. Went through all of it. Very well organized. Data was easy to analyze, take home, give it to the junior technologists, all of that. But quickly realized that Indians, we are multilingual people. In a conversation, there's English, मैं हिंदी में बात करूँगा, बाकी ते कौन सा कुछ है. Does agentic AI catch up to that? It really does. So essentially, then had to repeat that again with that. But on the good side, we also tried to implement out, figuring out how could we improve dropout rate, and that's something that's still ongoing. Will probably ongo for the next month or two. We've had some great insights where we've been able to realize students who've taken admission haven't shown up to class yet, or they've come for class but haven't regularly come for class, paid fees or haven't paid fees. So these have been places where we've been able to rank out, score, and I think that's where we've seen a lot of upside. I think the year after, as AI systems get better, we hope to take advantage of that.
Great.
Thank you. So for us at Christian School of Excellence, AI was more of an assistant. I would like to divide it into different categories. One is marketing, especially when we were doing social media campaigns. I can recall initially we would sit and put our heads on how and what is to be done, what are we missing out. Last year it was quite simple. We would just put what types of posts we are going to put and everything, and say ChatGPT or other AI agents which we use would tell us that you're missing out on this. So AI helped us a lot in creating awareness and marketing promotions. Apart from that, I have seen my agents, as in my counselors, using AI a lot for their assistance, for their mail creation and WhatsApp template creation, which was manually done before. And it is amazing to see how in seconds these templates and these campaigns are formed. And as the word evolve, we are also evolving from pre-COVID. It was more of admission fairs, and then everything went digital. And now it's going beyond the ranking of Google, and it's all about student communicating with an artificial intelligence. So at the moment we are also training our AI agents, because we have to feed in and tell what our institute or how the admission process and what happens. And I think by next year onwards, a lot of things are going to change, and once or an institute should be ready to welcome that change. A lot of us still hesitate whether AI is going to take over something or what's going to happen. But I think this is the change which is everywhere now. If you open our WhatsApp, our Facebook, Instagram, Google, AI is everywhere on the top. So this is something which you can't ignore, and we should welcome and adapt it in various stages of admissions, and that will only help us. Thank you.
Hi, thank you, Meritto team. So I feel the odd one out here because okay, we'll know. So I have my legs at both. I work with about 9 universities, and we're primarily a vocational education company. So for us, the admissions happen entire year. Every day is a day for admission. So we've been using AI at a lot of spaces, right from every team at IC is using AI. Probably, maybe by the next year, our junior most team will also be using AI in some format. So admissions are where we started from. Marketing campaigns, I believe most of everybody will be their teams. Marketing teams are the ones to take up AIs first. Then comes the learning and development team, academics, and now the AI is where we're trying to build our own RAG models. So we're trying to build a model where our data in our ecosystem stays over an LLM model, and we try to get to know which student is a probable dropout at some stage, which student is a probable person who can get a better placement at a better firm. So we can identify them early and, get them placements at where they truly deserve, which student we need to really work on. So currently we're at that stage, and I think we've not even scratched the surface. A lot needs to be done. We have to be more comfortable with using AI. There are so many models. Last I checked, like about 3 weeks back, there were 469 models there at that time. It's only increasing every week. It's very difficult to catch up. So currently it's overwhelming. A lot of time of the top management, especially at our company, is going where we are actually trying to know the possibilities that are available. But yeah, I think good times are ahead. A lot of the boring stuff, regular work, will go away. Like we'll be doing some more interesting stuff, and turnaround time for everything, right from admissions till the time the students exit the ecosystem, is going to reduce. So yeah, I think we're just scratching the surface right now.
Thank you. Actually, no. I have a complaint first with Shubhruto because he's a part of the Meritto team. उसने मेरे को सबसे last में क्यों बिठा दिया?
We'll start the next question.
No. It's cheating. Like I've been cheated, I think, because अब इतने दिग्गजों के बाद अगर मेरी बारी आएगी, I actually bought cheat sheets also, by the way. But I think everything that had to be answered is asked and answered. So nothing for there to be added. But I will take a contrarian example. AI we have been using since last year. We've gotten better, but I understood one thing that we need to work a little. Especially I still need to get more adaptive. But एक बहुत अच्छी सी चीज हुई थी recently. So there's a student, I had an interaction, and I asked him, "What made you choose us?" So what the answer that he gave was, you answered a question which no system or no other college gave. That's because it was a very personal, one-on-one kind of an answer and something that cannot be customized. So AI models are still learning. And Jesse first said that we speak in 3 languages. I probably have used 2 already. So it's learning. And same way, there will still be a personal touch, which will not go. So we will be running a race, and it is much like social media. Like you have to have it. You cannot survive without it. But it is not the only thing that will take you far.
So great. I got the gist of it. But from the buzzword of AI and from a measurable impact point of view, apart from communication, apart from anything to nurture somebody, do you think are there any other sectors also that will, I know that this is the hot cake because it means business and the money when it comes to admission. But beyond that also there is SLC, which is student life cycle. So there also do you see that there are monotonous areas wherein you think that AI will play a role eventually and you can measure that impact in your business and the ROI from you, ma'am?
Yeah, please. Thank you so much. Somebody is listening. So this is something futuristic that I'm thinking, and which can be, first, of course, all my students are using AI for their assignments. So that is something it's helping them. But that is also a cause of concern because 4 years down the road, we are from engineering. So 4 years down the road, I don't know if what I'm teaching them today will be relevant. Why are you laughing at me? Yeah. So it's not me. It's a situation. Okay. Yeah. So what I'm teaching today, is it going to be relevant after 4 years? So that's a big question itself, because the model itself is evolving. In fact, you will know better. इतनी चीजें आप लोग जो कर दोगे, क्या सिखा रही हूँ वो relevant ही नहीं रहने वाला, right? So maybe the whole legal practice will get automated. My CAs, the work will get automated. So that's a huge challenge. Again, we cannot predict it. We'll have to follow the trend. Education pretty much follows what the industry is going to set for them. So we are running after the thing. We'll make a new program. But एक बहुत सुंदर चीज है, if we can do, and anybody here can, because there's a campus experience which we cannot replace. AI will not be able to replace. So this is just my thought. What if I create a combination of AI, hologram, AR, VR as well, and create something where I can replicate experiences for the student. Suppose what if a person really has a public speaking phobia and he's going to go on a general discussion or an interview. What if I create a simulation for him where I put 3 very strict people on the panel and he can practice that? what if I save everything of my fests? I called Ashneer for an event, but I save that, where a student coming to my institute can experience that event which has happened. So it could be something that can give an added value. We're not thinking on those terms. I mean, it's not come out as such, but I mean, the future is here, right? So something on that side, I was thinking, could change the campus experience.
I'm surely the odd one out. I think Subhrata did a mix up by including me in the panel. No. So it's okay. Can you name any field which has no role of technology today? Even a coffee, CCD will have some part of tech playing there.
True.
There is not going to be any department, any facet of a business which is not touched by AI in some format or the other. It's going to come. For us, for me, I can't really wait for 4 years. I become irrelevant if I don't update my course in 6 months. So that's why I have to go back and study, me and my entire team. So we see AI impacting every place in our business, right from a customer care support to a placement, probably somewhere even where conversation is, that's already happening. I believe conversation starters through bots, through different agentic AIs. That's very basic, but I believe this is going to transform where only at a problem solving level humans are going to come. Something where, and that also is going to be reduced after probably good RAG models, but only problem solving is where humans will be involved at a later stage. That's too early to comment on. But there is no department which is going to be untouched by AI. So I think there is no answer beyond that.
Thank you. For us, we run a culinary and a hospitality institute. So I totally agree to sir that AI is going to be a part of each and every department. So even in culinary, if you think right now, obviously one has to cook and prepare the food, but then the recipes, the presentations, the menus, a lot of things can be just done by AI. So again, it also acts like an assistant for the chefs. But then again, with my industry, I think it'll take some time. But we all know there are already these food robots which are there in a lot of countries, in a lot of restaurants being used, in which with AI they are filling in the recipes and they don't even require a chef. So it's scary, but then at the same time, you can't really do anything about it. Thank you.
So first of all, I remember Dr. Tirthankar mentioned he's been here for 29 years in the academic. I haven't lived that. So no, I'm just saying, like, you don't have to call me sir. You don't have to call me sir for that. Just but and like what you just said, right? AI is going to be in everything. It probably already is. We're not talking about it here in Calcutta. It's happening somewhere in some part. But I'd like to focus a bit on how it's going to impact our team members, our faculty. And I know a very common complaint is, we don't have enough faculty, or faculty hours are stretched. They don't have enough time to teach. They have a lot of administrative work. And I think that's something which we are trying to do a small experiment. I really urge everyone here. Getting assignments created, getting PPTs made. You can get into any GPT or any GenAI-based platform. Give it your PPTs that you as a teacher have made for whatever subject you're teaching. Ask and tell it, I want 20 questions, Bloom's taxonomy level 1, 2, whatever it is. And it immediately gives you out content which is very useful. Team members who have been very, shy about their English writing abilities, writing emails. People are writing wonderful emails. I get a lot of emails coming from team members who, when I speak to them, I don't believe that, but they've taken that initiative. You have to appreciate it. They take that initiative. They'll write something. They put it into GPT. You get a very well professional email.
It's a good thing that you
and
never saw. Because I know we have this colonial hangover of English, and if you can't speak English well, somehow you are. But people are doing that. And I think that's a great place where it really eases our burden on our team members. They're very difficult lives. Handling 18-year-olds, 21-year-olds is not easy.
can we make life easier? That's the one thing that I think we should all focus on.
Sure.
Yeah, thank you so much. Regarding usage of AI in an university, there are different perspectives. If I talk about teaching learning processes, the faculty members, mode of delivery, right from curriculum design, development, compliance with reference to the policies, and above to all, once a faculty member enter into the class, their preparedness for the effective class conduction. I can say that definitely the big role being played by AI. Also, the time will tell that is in what perspective we are taking it. See, it is just like right now, there is no substitute for this one. We can say that yes, if I am using for ideation, something like that, if a project idea to be generated on a particular topic, I definitely work on the model also. So, lot of idea would be generated, and that is helpful. That means sometimes it may not come in our mind that yes, that is the possibility which could be there in a particular project. I'm talking about the higher level of the learning, where the student engagement is possible today. Rote memorizations and giving them the concepts only, it may be possible. With the time, that day may be over. If you interact with the student, they are asking for that. We are looking for some sort of the skills and advanced learning courses. Learning courses, that means they are looking for the applications which is really helpful for their career, in which they can go ahead with that. That is the reality which we have to accept. So we are looking that yes, certainly AI at this stage can help a lot, not only in case of creation of the document, question paper preparation, another thing, because that is a routine job over which the faculty members are normally involved. It has been simplified. Later on, they can edit it properly, validate with the textbook, and with the time, it may be possible. As the learning, machine learning is going on with the system, different models are there. So they may be coming out with the exact things which are there in the textbook, and later on, the research which is coming on, that may be there to be implemented in that area, unless that is at the back end and that is quite protected. So that is one thing, and which has been implemented, and it's quite successful. Not only our university, if you go with the other universities also, they are using for the evaluation purposes also. But see, there is no substitute of handwriting. I still agree that, because if you are writing something, so there are something which is going on in your mind. Nowadays, the learning is something by seeing that may not be sufficient for the next thing. So here we have to take a call that to what extent the balanced approach has been taken. It should not be at the cost of one, other is getting the advantage. Now coming to the administrative portions, yes, definitely regarding marketing and CRM we have already discussed, and big role the AI has to play. Infrastructural management, we can optimize the utilization of the resources. If there is a big multidisciplinary university, we can see that what are the classroom, other things, lab resources are properly being used or not. If that data is there. So definitely we are looking for a big role, and it's going to transform, but in positive way, that yes, in what way we are using. Okay. So that is my view.
So thanks for the question. So allow me to give you a couple of examples where we have already implemented AI successfully. So while talking about marketing, I was only giving examples where we are only, like my co-panelist said, scratching the surface. So we are blessed as part of Rice Atomos Group. We also have a tech company which is called Atomos Tech Consulting. So we have already implemented AI in our question bank. We had, as you know, Rice Education is a 40-year-old brand. So we had a legacy question bank that we kept. So one of the first things that we solved was to clean up that question bank. Some of the questions were not relevant at all. Current affairs changes every day, so to say. So that was one area where we could implement AI, and immediately got some results because we could clean lakhs of questions like that. And the sub part of it is any new question that is getting input into the system goes through this model where they check for duplicacy, where they check for accuracy, and so that checking mechanism of any question or any material that is put up today is going through a screening by an AI model that is implemented.
So now that we have lived 2025, 2026, which is upcoming 1 year, which will be very progressive, where do you see that spotlight of overall industry some bit of it that you have already spoken about? Where do you see in your own institution, in your, area of expertise or your area of length and breadth of your journey with the industry and with your institution, that you will be able to change one thing, and that will be a pledge to you that this is something that I'm going to work for the next 12 months from the perspective of AI, that this is something that I will bring with the ROI or the kind of monotonous work that you have, and you would like to change and bring that technology part of it and get away not with the people, obviously, but probably optimize them in a much better fashion or much better way. So what that one piece of your business would be that you will be experimenting or you will be trying. Ma'am, please.
I think for next year, one of the things which has been on my mind as this season gets over with admissions has to really critically think about, are we using, and it's for any use case, and this is sort of this mantra I'm trying to put into myself and then all the people around me. Am I using AI for AI's sake for that use case, or is there an actual genuine, not just need, but I think also just a benefit? Is there a solution that actually gives me some sort of actual result where it's maybe more efficient, cheaper, easier for team members, students? I think that's a philosophy. I don't want to get into a very specific, this is what I want to do next year for admissions or academics or placements or something, but is to spread this philosophy across, all our team members, stakeholders, students, faculty, that, be very mindful, be very critical, and where you feel that, no, this is actually not giving me any result. I'm just doing it because college next door to me is doing it, or events like this, we're talking, I'm doing this, you're doing this, and hence, we have to do this. But be very cutthroat critical about, is this giving me the return that we need? Is something which I just want to focus on for the upcoming year.
Sure. Anyone? That's the last discussion from me.
So, I would like to say that just go with the lean process. Identifying such type of the activity which are not contributing any values. Because in academics, what happens, a lot of things are there. In that case, the optimization of the processes, be it there the routine, be it there in the curriculum preparation, teaching, learning methodology, enhancing this one also. So AI, which I can think, which can be done like this, identifying something which is unproductive right now, and how to replace this one with the productive processing. So optimizing all processes, right from administration to academics of the university, that would be a major goal for us.
For me, I have tried to use voice bots, AI voice bots, and so far I have found that the vernacular voice bots are not up to the mark as when I compare it with English. In English, I have seen some bots which are superb. You talk about emotion, they will get the emotion absolutely right. They will match your emotion, they will match your energy level and speak. But in our case, we rely a lot on Bangla. So, so far I have not seen any Bangla AI voice bot which can be even close to that level of sophistication. And we are working with several partners, and I wish to work with Meritto as well on this, where we can have a AI voice bot which can do this for us, where they can converse in fluent Bangla without sounding like a robot. And this is not only for my marketing journey, it is also for student service, because a lot of conversation, they might have some queries. We might want to tell them their next schedule or whatever, those sort of things. And that needs to be done through my AI voice bot. So that's my goal for the next 1 year.
Yeah, so I was thinking about it. This is a surprise question. Yeah, I think that I would like to use AI to position praxis in this changing, scenario, because students are no longer, going for search engine. I mean, they are searching, but the way they search has changed, and it's no longer search engine optimization; it is answer engine optimization now.
So,
right?
Google to
From Google to ChatGPT, because even in Google, the first response, Google is kind of killing itself.
Yeah.
But the first response itself is a GenAI response, and so can we change the way we talk about praxis in social media, on our website, in any video, where we give relevant answers to the kind of questions students may come up with, so that when the students get answered on the chat GPT is the biggest cheat in the world, right? It has so much data to cheat from. It prefers to cheat from something that we have written in areas where we want to be strong.
Good thought.
Yeah, so I'll wait for you guys to help us do that. Yeah.
Sure.
Right.
For sure.
Thanks.
So I think I've got the best scenarios from all of them. So I'll cheat on it. I'll plagiarize on it. So they'll give me the best examples to follow next year. But if a personal challenge has to be given, I would like my team to adapt to AI more. As he said, literacy is a must. So they should get a little more fluent in using it and not seeing it as a man versus machine or AI taking my job anymore, rather than thinking of AI as an assistant and using it, training it in a way that it can replace their time for something even better. Maybe they can go back home at 5. Sorry, Rohit.
So I feel we live in a very volatile world. Today, what is there, tomorrow, it might be outdated. So thinking that what I would like to focus, keeping in mind AI next year, maybe that might be very outdated next year. So I think I would like my team and myself to just go with the flow. I mean, one day there is some Ghibli style which comes up. The other day there is some banana AI which comes up, and a lot of marketing starts happening on that. Yeah, so it just it's evolving very fast. I mean, before 10 years down the line, things would take a year or two to come and implement, and here in a year now things are old. So I would want my team and myself to adapt to whatever is coming and know how it works. And I think just go with the flow, because you don't know what you require, what you don't. It might be outdated next year.
So, this is a question which requires a lot of thought. It's not possible to answer in like 5-6 minutes, but here it goes. My primary role for the next year is definitely going to be impacting AI wherever in the curriculum I can, because that is going to impact my students' employability. That's a no-brainer. Every software you say is coming up with some form of AI on its own. So when the students are going in the job market and them not being AI literate, that has to change, and probably a level beyond literacy, because that's where they will be differentiated from the crowd. So that is non-negotiable for me. And there's one more thing, like both of you mentioned regarding people. So will AI replace jobs, etc. So if you think about it, how many of you have flown planes here, airplanes? Can I see by a show of hands? You've traveled via plane? Most of us? Okay, I think, yeah, many of you are not listening, but no problem. So, would you board on a plane which has no pilots and runs only on an autopilot? Yes? No, I would not, no. No. Also, I would not board a plane which has pilots but not enough instruments. So this is going to go hand in hand, and I think training the teams and making them more comfortable and just knowing what the possibilities are, like he said, it's too early to comment on what's going to happen next year, is what the focus is going to be internally. Yeah, student thing, curriculum is non-negotiable. That has to happen. So probably one step at a time, because there are too many possibilities, and you driving into and going into everything will only confuse you. Spend some time, 1 week, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and then understand where is the use case for your business, your university, or your institute, and then probably select a couple of things and go deep in it. So that's how I think I would do it for the next year, but I really don't know. I might change this answer tomorrow. It depends.
Thank you, our panelists, for such thoughtful and candid insights. Right. Definitely, I'll sum it up that we talked about the real value of AI, which is clearly visible to all of us, and mostly we talked about attract, engage, and communication as the major part of it to start with. Majorly, we also talked about that upcoming 2026 will be not only adopting the new tools, but it will be more about the mindset and the strategy that you are going to implement. So thank you so much. Thank you, the lovely audience.